While other manufacturers are bundling the least they can out of the box for a flagship, the Xiaomi Mix Flip is a welcome change where inside the box you not only get a two-piece case for your smartphone but also a 67-watt charging brick accompanied by a Type-A to Type-C USB charging cable. The smartphone itself feels pretty good in the hand, and I'd say it's slightly wider and taller than a typical flip phone that you probably would have used. It's pretty compact when folded in the hand, and a neat feature of the smartphone here is that you can use it to receive calls without having to flip it open. In fact, there's a lot of stuff that's possible to do on the Mix Flip when it's closed, thanks to the 4-inch 120Hz outer display. This thing actually makes using applications much easier on the outer display, and you can play full-fledged games that also transition seamlessly between the small to the big form factor. But there's one thing that I'm not too impressed by, and that's the hinge. The build quality of the hinge feels a bit less premium, and although it's sturdy enough for the phone to sit straight on a table, there is a bit of a wobble. I also think the lack of an IP rating is something that is a letdown for the Mix Flip. But going back to usage, when opened, you get a 6.86-inch 120Hz display running Xiaomi's HyperOS on top of Android 14. The software is a bit different from stock Android, but has its fair share of customization options, including being able to change and play around with the outer display live wallpapers that you saw earlier, which are pretty cute. Navigation is also snappy, and that's backed by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chip, which also scores really well in benchmarks. For the most part, the Mix Flip when opened is just like any other smartphone, which is slightly taller due to the aspect ratio, and this means content is at 16:9, and you do get bigger black bars when you're watching multimedia on YouTube, for example, but you kind of get used to it over time. Given the limited time I've had with the Mix Flip, I wouldn't say I've thoroughly tested the cameras on this thing, but it's nice that Xiaomi's gone for a 50 megapixel wide and 50 megapixel telephoto setup instead of an ultra wide. All of that accompanied with a 32 megapixel selfie snapper. Honestly, I can see a lot of people using the Mix Flip for quick vlogs or pictures or portraits, although when using the camera a lot, I did sense the smartphone overheating just slightly, which I haven't noticed on other smartphones running the same chip so far. As a package though, the Xiaomi Mix Flip stands out among other flip smartphones, and it does so in style, complete with a huge 4780 mAh battery as well and 67-watt charging. With a global rollout around the corner, I think it's going to be a tough competition for the others in the market. That's all for this one. Thanks for watching, and do let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos. This was Vaibhav, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios!